Hey, hon, I think I'm just going to grab the harvester and the wood and put it over here and set up the fire reflector. How does that sound?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. And then, see about getting the fire reflector. A few more things that I need to take out first. This is the kitchen one that's got all the cutting board and plates and things like that in there. There's a tablecloth here if you want to put it on the picnic table later. I guess we'll grab this just to use as a picnic or a table, like a coffee table. Set that up in a little bit minute here, and then just grab the fire reflector. Okay, that's perfect.
Okay.
Boy, this is a nice spot. We've got some beautiful sunshine. Too bad it's going to go behind the trees in maybe half an hour or so, but that's awesome.
It's so beautiful.
Off. So I think we're going to do the food, which is still a surprise to our audience, on the Darche fire thing there. So I'll just put it like this so people can see how easy this is. Boy, completely unused. I'm like a newbie. So nice. That's an amazing piece of kit. I love it. I love it. I've been using these for years and years and years, and they just take seconds to set up. They're perfect for cooking. Also, leave no trace. It's got the tray. Here we're just going to sweep up, but normally you'd put this tray underneath it as well, and then you don't even leave any ash behind or anything, so that's really cool. So, but I am just going to take this off for now until we get the fire going.
Yeah, because we have to get the camera.
Which won't be long. first. Get some briquettes in there. Boy, it's so warm now you don't even need a fire, but we're cooking on fire, so we need this. Give this, give this. It's funny, I've had these welding gloves probably 20 years, and I just absolutely love them, but I'd hate to ever have to replace them for some reason. Light this up. There we go. Perfect. Well, that'll take about 15 minutes at the most, and we can tip it in there, and then we'll have some heat, which we don't really need right now, but we obviously need something to cook on.
We need to cook. Yeah.
So we're going to cook what today?
We're having hot dogs, Mike's famous hot dogs, smothered in cheese and jalapenos, with my homemade mayonnaise and ketchup on them. So
and sauteed onion.
Oh yeah, sauteed onion, can't forget that.
And the cheese we're using is Dutch Gouda.
Yeah.
So the cheese is going to be excellent, and I think we're going to take the seeds out of the jalapenos so they're not so hot, but then we're going to slice them in half, and we're going to do them on the grill. So we're going to grill those up a little bit. And then once they're charred up, we can put them on the cutting board, chop them up, and put them on, and it should be awesome.
Yep.
So
delicious. Well, they're always good.
Yeah,
hot dogs are my favorite.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, well, it's a beautiful day. Let's make the best of it.
Okay, let's.
What's next here?
Well, we forgot to bring potato chips.
Forgot to bring potato chips. Carolyn is a lover of potato chips. We can't go anywhere without them. Anyway, good.
Okay, well.
Next step.
Okay, let's wait for the fire to get ready, and I'm hungry.
Yeah, I know. You only had that one hard-cooked egg this morning, and I had 2 hard-cooked eggs, and we were up, before 6 o'clock, 5:30. So
super early. So.
Well. Yeah, so the Darche, I think that's the barbecue 450. It's completely virgin, never been used, and the Darche briquette chimney, which works on a Venturi effect. I keep all my brown paper from a butcher, which has wax on it, and I keep it in this sack here, in my wood bin, and it's the perfect paper. You only need 2 small scrunchies stuffed in the bottom of that, and in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, that thing's going to be super hot, and we're going to have the option to either cook on briquettes, or I like to do this with every campfire, because there's no quicker way to light a fire than with hot briquettes. So when we're out in the wilderness, I always do this as a first step. Get the briquettes going, put them in the whatever type of tray we're using, or fire pit or fire pan, and then we have a choice. We cook with briquettes, or we throw wood on, and then we have a wood fire. So anyway, it works out good. So here's the campsite. I'm going to call it. It's pretty domestic here. We are at a campground, but we are quite far from home, and it's a beautiful area up here. So the old MC Ranch Overland Tacoma works out excellent. Well, here we are back in the Tacoma here. I'm just going to get on my ham radio, which I have repurposed my sunglass holder, and I put the brain of my ham radio in here, or at least the front end module. The actual guts is sitting in the back next to a fuse block. So I'm going to check in on the net. Victor Alpha 7, Alpha Juliet Charlie Mobile.
Thank you so much for stopping by. There was either with a QRP or a mobile. Try it again.
Yeah, Roger, Roger. It's Victor Alpha 7, Alpha Juliet Charlie Mobile.
Victor Alpha 7, Alpha Juliet Charlie Mobile. We have you, over.
Yeah, Roger, Roger. No traffic for the net. I'm just wondering your QTH for net control today. We're in British Columbia.
Roger, I'm in Great Deal. I'm about 14 miles north of Shelton, Washington, or 30 miles north of Olympia, Washington.
Oh, right on. Yeah, I have a high Q antenna, and I always keep it in Nivis configuration, and it's usually good for about 500 miles. So you're coming in 5.9 here.
Roger, I'm not using no preamp, so I got you about 5.6 there, but your audio is really nice. Thank you.
Yeah, well, 7.3s, and thank you for the great report. You have a great day, my friend.
Roger, take care. Aloha. Yeah, I may come up and visit you guys. I got an enhanced driver's license, so.
Me casa su casa.
I was there in 2005. Really like the place.
Well, that's nice. Me casa su casa. You ever come up here, look for Victor Alpha 7, Alpha Juliet Charlie. I'll make you breakfast.
Wow, mahalo. If I was to come there now, I'm not being naive or anything. Can I bring my, like, what they call American money, or do I have to change it over to Canadian?
Well, Canadian money these days is like monopoly money. So I think you'll be a king walking around here with a wallet full of American money.
Roger. Okay, I was just kind of curious because I went that one time to Victoria. It was really nice there. So, hey, thank you so much, and you have a good day.
Yeah, 7.3s again. Cheers.
Roger.
So that's what's cool about a ham radio. There's no infrastructure with this ham communications. So anywhere I am in the world, I can make comms, and not to any person specifically, but these nets run at different times of day all over the world. And if you know when they're on, you can check into the net controller, and they can pass you on to somebody else you're trying to get a hold of, or if it's an emergency communication, you can facilitate that, and you're not relying on satellites or cell phones or a bill payment maybe that you forgot on your inReach. So I really love it. And then here you can see that is my ham radio antenna. This is a true military antenna. It's made by HiQ, and a lot of people think when the antenna is over like this that it's tucked over to keep it out of the way. But this is actually called NIVIS, which is Near Vertical Instant Skywave. And what happens is my signal goes straight up to the ionosphere and bounces straight back down again. And that's good for about 500 to 800 miles for me, I'm finding. If you want to talk to Japan or something, you put it vertical, and then in a vertical condition, you have about a 15-degree takeoff angle to the horizon, and then when it hits the ionosphere, it will bounce around the Earth, and you can get much further comms. Anyway, so that's the end of my lecture for ham radio and stuff like that. So here with the Darche briquette chimney, you can see that the smoke coming off of it is starting to speed up through convection. Heat rises, obviously. It's still blowing around a little bit in the wind, so it's not quite hot enough, but when that is a little bit more of a torrent of smoke, I'll know it's the perfect time to dump this. So anyway, gonna get back to looking at some food prep here in a bit. Okay, hey sweetheart, you see?
Oh yeah.
So there's less smoke
Mm-hmm.
and much more heat. So
It's toasty.
we are going to dump this bad boy.
Now?
It's ready to go.
It's ready to
We
go?
don't want to waste the briquettes.
Okay.
So let's get on the books here. There we go. Perfect. That's plenty hot now, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Kidding. Beautiful.
So That's perfect. Okay, so we're starting to slice up the onion here. So yours truly forgot the jalapeno at home on the back seat of Carolyn's car. So that's one item missing already, which is okay, I guess, but it would have brought some nice color to it. So what we're going to do is, I have this anodized Dutch oven, and nothing ever sticks to it. We're going to put some butter in it, and we're going to put it on the grill and saute those onions. We're also going to cook the wieners right on the grill, and then we're going to toast the buns, cut them in half on the grill with some butter on them. And then the exciting part is they're going to be cut in half, and then we're going to put them in here with the hot dogs, and then we're going to put the Dutch cheese on it, and then we'll put briquettes on the lid, and we're going to toast it from the top down. So the cheese should melt really, really nice, and yeah, really excited about that. So, and then Carolyn, we do have the pancetta.
Yes.
So again, we're going to do we should just do the pancetta with the onions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because then we get the lovely fat from that and stuff like that. So
yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, so, that'll work out perfect.
Yeah, I see that idea I made up for getting the jalapenos.
For getting the jalapeno.
There's a Dache grill all set up. Here you can see those little hooks, and those little hooks, you can lower one side or raise one side at a time. So right about here where I'm pointing, I just grab that with my welding gloves, my heat-proof gloves, and I just pull it out and lower it or raise it, whatever seems to be appropriate. So this GSI hard anodized Dutch oven it's a 10-inch Dutch oven, just so you know. I bought it off Amazon, but GSI is a great outdoor company. I've been using their gear for years, off and on, and so what we're going to do is melt the butter there, and
then we're going to throw the onions in, and then the pancetta, because I don't want the pancetta to get burnt.
So what are you up to now, dear? Is the fire hot enough?
Fire's hot enough. Yeah, we lowered the grill, and we're just going to add a little bit of salt and pepper, just a little bit of seasoning.
Nice. Do you need okay?
No, I did it.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Listen to the sizzle. There's a little bit of sizzle.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do some pepper, and then I'm gonna get the wieners, get them on.
Okay, well, if you go get the wieners, I'm going to move this aside a little bit to make room for them.
Okay.
Put this like this. Oops. Have to pay attention to where I'm pointing this silly thing. Is it sizzling at all or not?
Not really. Oh, a little bit.
Just make sure we put it right over the briquettes. But I'm going to lower the grill just a little bit more here.
Ooh, it's hot though.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, well, we're going to go from briquettes to wood fire here because we want some significant heat when we use the Dutch oven. We will need a few briquettes, but I think we're going to try to use the coals from the wood on the Dutch oven. So it just happens to be a little bit of a stump here. So Agawa Gear is one of our partners, and we have their products on our website. And this is their brand new, very, very cleverly designed hatchet/axe. It's called the ADK 26. And 26 because there's a 26-inch handle, but this piece you can remove, and now you have just a hatchet. So it's such a nice piece of kit. I've been using it quite a bit. But I'm going to save that for another video. It deserves a proper video, right? So I just wanted to just kind of show it to you. So we're going to just There we go. Just process a little bit of this wood. Oh, there's a knot here. That's why it didn't want to split. And then here I'm going to try to get this. Perfect. And this. Perfect. So when you're cooking with fire, if you put a big piece of firewood on your fire, it'll never break down into nice coals to cook with. If it's too small like this, it just burns up like kindling and it's gone in seconds. So anything between 2.5 and 4 inches I find is the best when you're cooking with fire. And so yeah, we're gonna step up our game here, get some heat here, and get this fire going. Maybe I don't want to put too much wood on there, but it's still pretty early. We're not necessarily ready to eat right this moment. But what I am going to do, now you can see those briquettes are already lighting the wood on fire. It's crazy. So what I'm going to do is just give us a little bit of latitude here with this. And there you go. And I might as well put this back just to keep things warm. If it starts to flame up a lot, we'll take it off again. Okay, Carolyn?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, perfect.
Oh.
So I remember my favorite bushcraft guy, Ray Mears, from years and years ago.
Yes.
And he was in the UK. And he used to train the military on survival and everything. But he had some great episodes on Sweden. And I really enjoyed those. But one of the episodes, he had a sled where he carried all his gear, and then he was just hiking and pulling the sled, so he didn't have to have it on his back. But he had, like our Fjall Raven, my big down one, and you have your down one here. He called that his mothership. And when all hell breaks loose, or when you just need to be warm, he always had that mothership. And yes, they take up a lot of room. It's nothing you take backpacking. You couldn't even get that in a backpack, right?
Of course not. No.
But you know, when you never know where you're going to be,
yeah,
it's nice to have with you, and you're always warm.
Yeah, it's a good coat.
Yeah,
it's a good fire.
Yeah, it's nice. Oh, definitely. The heat's nice, and actually, you know, with the fire reflector, the lower the heat is to the ground, that means that you're engaging more of the aluminum in the fire reflector. So with this Darche fire pit, it's kind of a leave no trace, and it sits a little bit higher. So you're almost halfway up the fire reflector. So I'm going to say the top 2/3 is reflecting the most heat. But what I do if I'm camping for a couple of days, or if I'm in snow or on a beach with the sand, is I dig this into the ground and get it as low as I can. And it makes a huge difference.
Remember when we went to Tallow Lake? Oh my gosh, how much snow there was there.
Tallow Lake was really nice. Yeah.
And how cold it was.
Yeah, but we were completely warm.
We had the fire reflector going.
Yeah.
We had these boots back then. I still wear them.
I think I've had almost enough Pellegrino, and I think you bought me a beer, eh? I'm thinking seriously about having that. Do you know where it is? Would you get it for me?
Sure, I can get it.
I can do it if you'd rather, but
It's just
no.
back.
Okay, thank
I'll
you.
get it.
That's awesome. Oh, look at the plane.
What? Where?
It's like an ultralight.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
I couldn't get it on
Not too
film.
bad.
Sorry guys, you don't get to see that, but
Wow.
it was, I don't know how to describe it. It looked like it's just a tiny homemade plane. I mean tiny, like this. I don't know how big that thing was, but it was tiny.
It's going to come back around, I think.
Yeah, no, I see him. He's heading.
Oh yeah, no, he's
heading east.
Ah, how exciting.
Yeah. I was going to say there's something very Canadiana about bush planes, and I've always been so intrigued with them. A good friend of mine, Jim, used to have a beautifully restored de Havilland Beaver, and if you fly commercially with a like de Havilland Beaver, a lot of people put the turbine engines in them now, but his was the old school, completely rebuilt, everything, new nav in it, just amazing, right? And but if you fly commercially, you have to have a 3-bladed propeller. But because it was his own personal plane, you could have the 2-bladed propeller. And on a de Havilland Beaver, the sound that whoop, whoop, whoop makes.
Mm-hmm.
And we flew up to about 14,000 feet, went through Garibaldi Park.
Yep.
And over to a place called Lake Lovelywater near Squamish. That was pretty amazing. But Jim was losing his sight in one eye, so he could never get his pilot's license. But he's a lawyer, and he had the money to have a pilot. And the pilot was allowed to borrow his plane. That was one of the deals he had with it. But when Jim wanted to go fly fishing or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
he would take the de Havilland. So I've been in that plane with him, and yeah, time of my life. And we went fly fishing in the middle of nowhere, a lake that you could never get to otherwise. And it was just, I caught like 40 trout in an hour. Yeah, you don't keep them, but I just say
Mhm,
like catch them. But pretty amazing stuff. So when this burns down just a little bit more,
Mhm.
why don't we finish off the pancetta and the onions?
Yep.
And we can at least cook the wieners.
Yep.
And then we can dress the buns, and we'll also brown the inside of the buns so they have a little bit of crunchiness to them. And then we'll switch over to the Dutch oven. So we won't put any heat underneath the Dutch oven. We're only going to put it on the lid, and then we're going to try to melt the Dutch Gouda cheese that's on there,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, make it yummy good.
It's going to be delicious.
So
I wish we hadn't forgotten the jalapeno.
yeah, that's my fault. Anyway, won't never happen again. Okay. Well, it's so cold out here now. It's again well below freezing. We had a little bit of warmth with the sun when we first got here, but so we're kind of feeling our way how we're going to do this. But what we've decided to do is take the onions out. We're going to melt the butter, and then we're going to dip the hot dog buns in there and get lots of butter on them, and then we're going to finish off the pancetta and the onions, and yeah, and then we can finish grilling the wieners, and we can toast this with the butter on them. I'm going to toast them on here like that. It's going to be awesome. I know, I'm getting hungry too.
I'm super hungry.
Yeah. You see, so I can just start in here ready. So I'm going to go like this. Oof.
No, you have to be on this side.
Okay, so just let me get this here. So that's one. Oops, that's my bun. That's extra flavor. So that's perfect. A little bit more on there. There we go. That expression. Now we're cooking with gas. I trade you.
Cooking with fire.
Everything is hardening. The pancetta, we started cooking it about 20 minutes ago, and now it's rock hard like it's been in the freezer. Okay, this is a big operation just to get a couple of hot dogs. You can also just go to the store and buy one, I guess.
They're not as good.
No, not as good, and not as much fun. So,
I mean, the onions are done. I just would like that pancetta to get a little bit crispier, but
I think it'd be nice if the onions got maybe a little bit of a crisp on them. It gives us nice color, just a tiny bit. And then the pancetta, no?
The pancetta is cooking, but oops.
When you score these wieners, you know, they cook so much better and they look so much more beautiful as well in photos. So, and then this is pancetta and caramelized onion, and we're just trying to crisp up the pancetta a little bit. And yeah, pretty soon we're going to be dressing everything up, putting it all together, putting it back in the Dutch oven, and go from there.
Eating.
And eating. Most important part. Okay, well, we're getting hungry, so I'm just looking for the tongs. Actually, I'm not going to use the tongs. I'm going to use my fingers. We're going to go one there, one there, one there, and one there. Okay, now we're going to go onions and pancetta. And what do you think? Is that enough, babe, or you want a little bit more?
Oh, no. I think that's plenty.
Okay, looks like we might be taking some onion and pancetta home with us. And yeah, that looks awesome. Okay. And we'll put this here. Oops. And then we're going to go homemade mayonnaise. Is that enough? One more for good luck?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good. And then I'm going to lick my clean finger. And then...
Careful with that because it'll pour out.
Yeah, okay. Well, everything's frozen here, so... Do you want the mustard on it or not?
I don't think so. I don't care. A little bit, maybe. Just a dollop, but...
Now, this is how accidents happen. Oh, you see? I told you.
Mm-hmm.
So yours isn't all spilled like mine. And then we're going to put this away. Just give that a quick wipe. That's just who I am. And then, you want to touch a mustard on there?
I do.
Okay, this is going to get messy.
Okay, that's good. It's a hot dog.
This yellow mustard is actually made with turmeric, and it has no unhealthy ingredients in it, just a little bit of apple cider vinegar and turmeric, and it is the best yellow mustard I've ever tasted. We've been eating the same mustard for years. We're lucky we found it. So, shout out to these guys in a big way. Okay, now we have to sit down for this because this is going to take a little bit of... We're going to put... This is the Dutch gouda. And thank God if it was summertime, it would never cut like this. But with it wintertime being so cold, I can get it to cut. So...
Those look very good.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Aluminum pan. That's cool. What's very cool about an aluminum Dutch oven is you're not dealing with something that remains super, super hot for a long period of time. So here what we're going to do, we're going to put that right there like that. And we're only going to put heat on one side. So here we go. I kind of wish there was a few more briquettes here. The wood actually burned pretty quick, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Every briquette I pick up is going to be... I think patience is a bit of a virtue here because we have embers here, and I think it's important that we have enough to ignite this fire again. Okay, sweetheart, let's see how that's doing in here. I'm not sure how much heat's in there, but I got a feeling there's a bit. Yeah. Nope, that's a coal in there.
That's okay.
Oh, that's hot. Anyway, it needs to be hotter. We'll just leave it for a bit. few more degrees up. There we go. You want to get a close-up of this and see what it looks like so far? Yeah, I just want a little bit more toasty there, so we'll just give it another couple of minutes, okay? Like 4 minutes,
Okay, that's good.
and then we'll eat. The view in the distance is just so, I don't know, something about it so heartwarming. I think it's all those amber colors and the grasses that are.
Oh, that plane landed in the lake.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
He landed on the
shore.
the shore. Oh, okay, I got him here. Okay, that's beautiful though out there. Okay, well, I have a sneaking hunch, babe, that it's we're ready to eat. So
Okay, sounds good because I'm.
let's see what this looks like here. If you want to just grab this here for half a second. Okay. So what have we created here?
Something delicious.
So if you don't have a lid lifter, you gotta get one. We're gonna go like that. Oh, I better not do that.
Oh, it's raining ash.
Yes, a little bit. That's okay. Now, I'm not sure if this is hot. No. Oh, actually, that is a little bit hot there.
Grab a glove.
Grab a glove. There's one coal in there. That's for you. I think what I'm going to do is play this safely. What I'm going to do is take the coal out, which obviously isn't burning anymore. And yours was this one. Oh, that's nice and warm. Oh, that's
Oh,
hot.
my wiener fell out.
Did not. Oh, it did. Oh, okay. There you go. It's hot. It's hot. Oh no, I'm going to have to find something to pick that up with.
Get the lifter. Get the lifter.
Get the lifter. Okay. You know your amazing husband has to put everything away before you're done with it.
Of course he does.
Because everything has to be cleaned up and perfect.
Yes.
Okay. There we go. I'm going to take this one. We're going to trade because you deserve to have the one that's most beautiful. And I'm just going to put this off to the side for now. And let's sit down and enjoy our dinner.
Eat dinner.
Eat dinner, yes. Okay, cool. Or lunch or...
It's a late lunch, early dinner.
Yes. Recording again. How are those jalapenos?
Those would have been good in here.
I know they would have
sure.
been. I know. They're sitting in your truck at home. Okay.
Go back to you to my car. Oh my god.
Oh my
this
gosh.
is so good, Mike. Oh my god. So. Oh my gosh.
Well, because the ingredients are so simple, I didn't really expect that flavor. Like, it's just overwhelming. I think it's the pancetta that really.
Oh, so good.
Yeah. The wheaters are so tender, they're delicious.
Ketchup.
Well,
you should have brought the ketchup so we could dip our bun. The onion and the Mm. Oh, it's so good. Oh my gosh.
That is delicious, and it's hot through and through. I'm going to say it's -3 right now outside. It's cool now. Anyway, that's our lunch.
Mm.
It's way more delicious even than I thought it was going to be. You're losing ingredients.
I know, and I lost a wiener.
Mm.
Mm.
Well, I guess I could use a plate like normal people do.
Mm.
Mm. What a great collaboration. This was really fun.
Mm. Mm. This is so good. I know mine is all falling apart,
It's
But-
just as good.
but it's yummy.
And we've had total privacy here today, other than Mark very kindly coming by and being gracious and nice and wanting to know what we're all about. And what an amazing guy. But this is the first vehicle that's been past us all day long. We've been have total privacy. Mm.
I was hungry. I was
Yeah,
ready to eat.
oh,
and
yeah.
This is really good.
Ready to eat my shoe.
Huh?
Ready to eat my shoe. I find when I'm in the outdoors, especially when it's cold out, obviously you're burning more calories and the food just tastes that much better. But I think, I think we deserve a little bit of time that we're going to just chill out together and spend
Yeah.
some time together.
We've got some wood to burn still.
Yeah,
so-
we've got some wood to burn. And yeah, we just want to thank all you guys for watching and hope you get a lot of enjoyment out of this and some ideas. And like I said, we're going to be publishing a lot more, so you can count on. When you go to MC Ranch Overland on YouTube, you can count on there being something new there more regularly. So visit us. We have a brand new website up. It just went up last Thursday. We're very proud of that. Thank you to all our early adopters and our supporters and our business partners. And yeah, I think I might embarrass myself. The way I'm eating this is like my plane's going down. So I'm going to turn the camera off now, and we'll catch you on the next YouTube.
Okay.
What do you say, Carolyn?
I think that's a good idea. Bye, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Hope you had a good time.